Anyways, so you guys make your way into the castle. You are invited there for dinner, and you
You
accept
guys
the
being
invitation.
Kaz and Morn,
Yes, Kaz and Morn. You
just
guys
to
had
remind
kind
the
of decided
audience.
at the type of the being, or you guys had kind of agreed that one part of the party would try and sneak in or something else, and the other part of the party was going to try and have dinner and see where that would go. Upon entering, the weapons were stripped from you. Uh, you guys were basically patted down and given the invitation in. You were sat at a large table with Gregarian and two other individuals that you had no idea who they were. Um, upon consuming the food and the drink and having small conversation with Gregarian, suddenly you notice that something was off. Kaz not having as much as the food as the rest of the party didn't affect her as much, and she was able to withstand this poison or whatever was happening. Morn, on the other hand, went face down and was pretty much out for the whole conversation.
He went AFK in his brain.
A conversation was had where Kaz was ousted to be an elf, or so Gregarian believed. Um, upon questioning Kaz further and pulling in some sort of oh, for me it's both audio and video, so everything's lagging. Yeah, that's great. Well, the a circle or some kind of spell was cast, forcing Kaz to tell the truth. Kaz told the truth to a degree and was able to
I know my
skirt
truth.
around. He skirted around the real topic and the real issue that was going on.
That silver tongue of yours.
You managed to with some really high rolls, you managed to talk your way out of a really bad situation and basically to a point where Gregarian was apologizing and seemed to let on more than he probably meant to in the beginning and showed you a little bit more than probably you anticipated yourself. The the conversation went in a direction that you were shown and were able to get more information on this so-called trading of elves or gems or whatever you were kind of alluding to. Uh, um, I just saw that, yeah. Um, but
It's all great for you creamy boys.
yeah. But you were able to talk your way to a point where you were able to set up some kind of purchase of wares. Kaz, you were led into a cellar type area and shown the wares. The items that were shown to you were not gems of any sort. They were elves of different natures, of different, not breeds, nationalities. Um, you were shown different elves that you've never seen before. Some that were completely foreign to you, as they don't exist on this land. A price was hashed out. You paid half up front for the purchase of a male and female in their early 40s, maybe, and a smaller female child. You were given a location to pick these individuals up at a later date tomorrow, where they would be groomed and washed and gagged and basically set for transport with papers. That's where you paid, were guided back up into the dining room where Morn was waking up, and you guys were let out of the building. Some of that might change depending on what happens tonight because we kind of did a little skippy-roo. But we'll see what happens now. Rewind about an hour and a half as Kaz and Morn leave the inn to make their way towards the castle. The rest of the group.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of the group, you're at the inn as you watch as Morn and Kaz dress into their formal attire, and they have left, walking towards the building. The sun is beginning to go. Oh,
have they already left?
Not the biggest deal,
Or
but
would
we
they be
left quite a
leaving?
bit earlier because we went to that tailor to get stuff fitted and stuff.
oh yeah, you changed at the tailor, didn't you?
Would they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
where we're picking up, have they already left? Like, are they gone or are they leaving at the moment?
they're leaving.
Okay.
So you have. So
I
it's like
will.
the dusk is going down. They're heading to the tailor right now. So they have.
If they're like on
No.
their way out the door
Yeah.
of the inn, I would stop them for a
Okay.
moment. Well, if things go well for you in there and you're able to get a look, well, you should probably know what my daughter looks like, shouldn't you? Well, she looks a lot like me in a lot of ways, although her skin isn't quite as vibrant. Not sure if that's the word. Bit paler, more on the human side than elven. It's there though, but you know, you'd know her right away because of her hair color. It's whiter than the snow. Mine's grey, but hers came out pure white. She's got the eyes of her father though. Beautiful green. You see one in there with any of those features, it's got to be her.
We'll see what kind of look we can get.
Thank you. And I'll go to hug Cass.
Or have
You
that.
accept?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good luck.
We'll head out.
You guys make your way into the city to get your formal wear and get ready. Honor, you make your way back into the building where everybody's kind of standing in a small circle, and you guys are semi-discussing what you're going to do tonight. The sun is beginning to set. I think I said dinner was supposed to start around 7 o'clock. At this point, it's about 6:30. Sheena kind of stands up, looks at the group. So, what are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to take the route that I kind of showed you, or are you going to do this ethereal thing?
It seemed like Jaden was pretty confident that he could make that work. Or he had practiced a lot.
It's possible. I can do it. Meanwhile, I'm thinking in my head, I haven't practiced a lot. I've only done this like 2 times in my life.
So, let me ask you this then. You do this. You get in. All of you go in. Are you confident enough that you can get around quietly without alerting the entire castle of guards, wizards, whatever else he has in there? Do you know where you're going? And she's just staring at you, Jade, like almost like that pissed off girlfriend eyes.
Yeah, because probably I was in my head thinking, well, if we come across him, we'll probably just kill them.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of just like,
And she's reading you, and she knows that's exactly what you were thinking. She's just staring at you. It's just kill everything. Is that your answer?
whatever shows up and is hostile to us.
Hmm. So a castle of 40, 50 guards, 20 guards, 10 wizards, dragon? Is that your
Oh.
answer?
Well, exactly. What is 50 men to a dragon? And I kind of like flex. Isn't that right, old friend?
I want nothing to do with this conversation. She doesn't need to be pissed at me too.
Not even Ozzy wants to fuck with that.
So she goes from like staring Jaden down to the rest of you, and it's just like eyes on the whole group, asking you, like just asking everybody.
Well, I had tried to scout to see if there was a way in via the water.
There is. I told you there was.
Yes, you did. Please remind me what exactly your proposal entails. One more time.
For the people in the back, finally listening, staring at Jaden, the north side of the building where the castle enters, right here. There's an individual that works under Gregarian who's a little underpaid and a little dissatisfied. He seems like he might be the type to be bribed. Possibly let us in, possibly guide us, or we grab hold and force us to take him. Either way, there's a entrance on that side that the gates are lit up for shipments coming in and out. They bring 1 or 2 carts out, I'm assuming the deceased bodies, and new equipment going in. If we get there right before sundown, I believe we can catch this individual coming out. There's a pair of stairs that lead down next to the bridge and down into the moat, where there's a little landmass that crosses over, and right in front of this little portico gate. That seems to be where he receives shipments. To me, this is a safer option. Granted, I do not know what's on the other side. But it's better than just, and turns and stares at Jaden again, blasting into an entire castle to run around willy-nilly killing everything that comes in your path. But who am I?
Stand under my breath. Well, I mean, we wouldn't kill everything. We could incapacitate a few of them.
Well, I can see the potential in both. Still flaws in both of them as well. But at least we're likely dealing with known quantities when we're talking about the waterway. As much as I don't want to go anywhere near it, think that might be the best plan. We're not exactly sure where it is we're looking for, but we know that wherever they're being kept is likely connected to that place. So that might get us closer. And carry less risk.
I hang my head in defeat and grumble like nobody ever likes the fun ideas.
I didn't say you couldn't still try it.
Cool. Time out just 1 second, guys.
As you guys are having your conversation, you, I think you had said something last, Jaden.
Yes.
I can't remember what you said. Sorry.
Oh yeah, when Honor said both the plans have their downside, I hung my head in defeat and I grumbled, no one ever likes the fun ideas.
So, you guys kind of hear Jaden in the back corner grumble to himself about not having any fun.
Well, I know you want to try your idea, and as convenient as it sounds like it might be if it works, what worries me is the fact that we're not sure if it will work crossing the barrier. And that uncertainty is not something I really want to have to consider with so much on the line. So, as much as I'm sure any of us would think it would be, advantageous or even cool that we could do that, I can't go with that uncertainty over my head. If it doesn't work and something bad happens, then, well, we're kind of fucked. But anyone else has a counter argument, by all means, you may have the floor.
I would say that's a little more smarter than most. I would appreciate more opinions, though. I'm not the one going tonight, so it's your guys' decisions.
I guess I just worry that they'll be in there alone. And what if something happens? We'll all be out here, and they'll be in there, and we won't have any way of knowing how things are going. Or if something does go wrong, we're not there to help.
Well then let's take action and find out ourselves.
I understand the fear of something going wrong, but I feel like there's risks on both sides. There's risks if we don't try and get in, and there's risks if we... I don't know, either way, something could go wrong.
Exactly. And heroes are made with actions, not words.
Not exactly concerned with being a hero. Just with the saving part.
Well, that's quite heroic, isn't it? You're rescuing your damsel in distress, quote unquote. It'll be just like all the fairy tales.
More than that. I've come for my daughter.
Well, I would suggest whatever the option might be. The sun is setting, so choose one. I, for one, vote the water entrance. Worst comes to worst, it fails. You try the other one. Jaden's idea fails, and either one, he's lost to the ethereal plane for all time, and I'm looking for a new man. Or two, you alert the entire castle, and, there we go. Or three, it works, and so be it. But I don't know what this individual is like. I did not talk to them. I don't know if they will take a bribe, or punishment, or harassment. It could go many different ways. But I do know that it's getting to that point where he's probably going to make his delivery soon. If we go that route, we need to decide soon.
Could always sneak through. If we can get onto the whatever's bringing in the shipment.
That's another idea.
Maybe let's go there and scout out the location, and then we can make a decision.
Well,
I'm okay with that.
I can lead you that way. Are
Time's
you
a
guys
wasting.
ready? And she begins picking up her satchel backpack and night attire that's a little more dark blues, darker colors to move at
Mhm.
night a little easier.
I am going to, since I know that Kaz is using my appearance, I'm actually going to change or disguise self into Kaz's usual blonde, like the standard one that we were used to before.
Okay.
So I'm going to look like Kaz, and Kaz is going to look like me.
Fair enough.
We're doing a whole
Oh,
Freaky
you-
Friday thing.
I'll use the same. Just only use.
As you guys are gathering your gear and prepping yourselves and changing appearances, Sheena has already made her way to the balcony and is standing on the edge of the balcony, beginning to lower herself down and into the streets.
Seeing no reason to waste time, I will do the same.
Yep.
I could honestly just jump down. Can I do that?
You could roll a athletics or acrobatics. Easily. Henri kind of stutter steps to the edge of the balcony and just
I'll just
one
fall
kick.
over and flip over before I hit the ground.
Oh
Just
yeah,
kinda,
like a
lean
little
over the
diver.
balcony. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a little diver. She does like a little backflip and just lands gracefully. No sound, no nothing. Hits the pavement and then just proceeds to walk next to one of the buildings and sits and waits for the rest of the group.
Yeah. I'm just getting warmed up.
As Sheena is still semi climbing down, and
Happy wife, happy life?
mhm. Yep, she just did something that. Yep.
What
Anyway.
I heard the giggling. So I can
Uh-huh.
imagine what she probably pulled on you.
Uh-huh. Anyways.
GG,
So-
wifey.
Yep. Go away. So, you guys make your way down to the streets as she begins to lead you off towards the area that she was guiding you towards. Anything else you guys want to do in the meantime while she leads you? Or should we just do a little time skip?
I want to like take note of how many guard patrols we're seeing.
Okay.
along
Roll
the
a
way.
perception check. Very good. You notice 4 in total. Like, and they're not super close together actually. There's kind of one in this little area here, and then there's one kind of like really close to where the gated community is, and then there's kind of one mulling around here, and then you do notice that across the bridge where the big gates are, there's
Right.
a station set of guards there as well. But other than that, it's not a crazy amount of guards. You have a feeling it's kind of like a false sense of security, or
At least on
maybe
the outside.
exactly, or maybe they are just very confident, and yeah.
Well, they do have that fucking giant robot thing, which,
You haven't seen.
well, we sort of saw it the one time it was chasing Sheena, right? Or
Oh
did we
no,
never
I
see
mean,
it?
I meant like you guys have seen it, but not tonight.
Okay, yeah.
So as you guys get to the side of the building, not a problem. You guys, she takes you about 150 to 200 feet south of where the gate, like where that that bridge crosses over into the central area. And as you look, she lowers herself down about a foot, and there's a set of stairs about a foot down, and it just kind of like sits along next to the wall and leads the whole way down.
Mhm.
And she begins to make her way down.
I'll follow suit,
Everybody be quiet.
and I'll stealth my way
I was
down.
gonna say, everybody roll stealth checks.
23.
She rolled a natural 19. She's alright.
Uh-oh, we don't... Freya's not here.
Yeah, we'll make up for
I'm
it.
here. We're good.
Oh, roll stealth.
Is this a situation that I want to do pass without a trace?
Well, up to you.
We're sneaking in the waterway.
She just had to be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like following her down these, like, how narrow are these stairs? Are they...
Probably about like yay big.
So barely-
foot in front of the like for Morn, this would have been
You
an issue.
could you potentially like stand like with both your feet on it, but like basically your legs are totally pressed together?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a very. It almost looks like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like service stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like like probably gnomes use this to work on the waterway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using whatever, my extension's not working, so it's not posting. So I
Pass without
rolled.
trace.
Yeah, I did pass out a trace, and I just rolled an 11.
Okay, so everybody add
So-
10. So 28.
23. Or 33.
33. Sheena gets a 31. And then 28. So yeah,
I'm a
you guys
fucking ghost.
you guys feel like you're hidden and very well hidden. As you make your way down slightly,
Thanks for the
you
boost,
notice
Freya.
about 50 feet down it comes, and then it just hits the water. And she puts her foot out into the water, and the water is about that deep. where she steps out. Don't step to the left. Keep and follow my steps. And she steps out onto the water. It almost looks like there's like a plateau built into the water.
Can I see the path? Or do I just have to follow her, like, hoping I step in the right spot?
You barely can, like, when you look down, you can just barely see it. The path's about, like, in the water is about, I would say, probably like shoulder width. It's just like almost like a little sidewalk about 2 inches below the water, inch or two. And as she gets down, and all of you guys get down onto this little, like,
This might be tough
sidewalk.
for Andre to do.
Yeah. As you get out into the water, she presses her body against the wall and crouches down really low, and then, like, signals for everybody to get down. As you do, about 100 feet up and to your left, you notice a portico, like a gate, that's linked right to the water. And you guys see as the portico opens. And just opens up, and you see like a faint light, like a glow, making its way towards the entrance. Roll perception check for those of you that want to. Freya, do you want perception or no? Are you gonna try and look? Okay. Jaden, you're the only one to notice.
Perception?
Yes.
18.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
Forgot
actually,
it's not
you
posted.
and it's all good. It's kind of a goofy night tonight. You and Jaden are the only ones that are able to really make out the fine details. As Andre, you're just kind of having you're
I'm focusing
overwhelmed
on not like falling into the water.
Yeah, between that and just being so overwhelmed with the idea that you are possibly getting closer to your daughter.
Yeah.
Put some clothes on.
I-
Jeez.
I have pants on.
No,
Fuck
I'm just kidding.
you.
Love you.
I'm not good. I gotta put ice cream away.
Jesus. As you guys make your way and the portal gate opens, Jaden and Freya, you guys are able to make out the individual coming out of the gate better than Henri. She seems to be a little on edge at this point. What you notice, a humanoid about dwarven height, maybe a tish shorter, with the mouth of a dragonborn, the arm of a human, the right arm of almost a gnome, and one leg that seems to be peg, and the other that seems to be some kind of like backwards foot. And it just is like hobbling out with this torch in hand, and it just holds it over its head and just stares out. And as you sit there and you almost go to like make some kind of audible anything, you hear a noise. Just like light water breaking noises. And you kind of turn around and look to your left. So like where you guys are sitting and you guys are up against this wall, to your left it drops off into the moat. And when you look in, it looks like the water just goes straight down, and you're not sure how deep it is. But as you turn and you look to your left down that moat area, you see two boats. Two almost like, not barges, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like tiny, yeah, no worries, man. Like just tiny barges, like a big enough that it fits the waterway, but not huge. So bigger than like a raft or like a tiny boat, like a dinghy. But you can definitely tell it's square shaped and they're transportation type. And you see them slowly coming down this waterway. And this individual seems to be waiting for it. Yes, kind of like flatboats, like little barges. And it's just slowly making its way down the path towards you, and they're about 150 feet away. You can just barely make them out, but because you guys had pretty good perception rolls, you guys were able to make out kind of what's going on. And you guys look forward, and you see Ashina and she points down the way. No, you have not noticed them, Henri. You're so distracted with everything that's going on, and then the fear of falling into the water, that you're just kind of looking off in all different directions. But Sheena kind of like points and then like points down at the boats behind you. What are you guys going to do?
Do we try and sneak? Was there another way around, or is this like an inevitable?
From what you can see, it looks like either one, you rush the portico gates for whatever that individual is, or two, you try and get in the boats, or something else.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, looks like we have possibly two routes in front of us. We can either try and smuggle our way onto those barges, or we could try rushing the portcullis and incapacitating that weird god. Or, of course, I always have the mirror on me.
We don't know if that guard has a way of communicating. Would be the only problem. Could potentially out our position.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is that the ships aren't necessarily going to, or the boats are not necessarily going to help us get in.
Mm-hmm. He's just looking more and more excited as you say this.
And the first boat is being driven by, they're getting closer now. They're about 75 feet away from you. The first boat has somebody pushing along with the stick. The second boat is being dragged behind. They're now about 50. They're about 50 feet from you at this point.
Remember, once I get a way in, I can get us all in instantly. So whatever choice you make, you better hurry.
Do you want me to make a distraction? Quickly, what are you doing?
I don't want to decide. I hate this.
Yes, Henri.
Yes, Henri, but the issue is that, like, if we mess with that guard, we don't know if he's got, like, a way to communicate or an alarm that he can sound.
Weird hybrid man.
The boat is currently about 10 feet from you and is pulled, like the front boat is like right in front of the portico gate. Or if the boat is going by you right now towards that portal gate. And it's got about 50 feet to get to the gate.
I say we use the mirror.
I agree exactly. Well, majority vote. Okay, let's go. I'd turn towards the Sheena. I'll say, whisper to her, lead us back to a more secluded area.
Are you sure? We're going up, not over?
No. We're going through. But we're doing it my way.
This is one way through. Jaden. And she just like gets really frustrated with you.
No time. Let's go back towards the other way. And I'll sort of like grab her by the wrist and start pulling her. Very
You guys-
excitedly.
You guys make your way back up and over. When you guys get up, there is a way. There is like an open like field, like not like once you go back up those steps and over, there's just like an open like field. So like when you come back up like right here, it's just like an open like farm field type deal.
I suppose this will
Okay, let's
do.
it.
Alright, I'll take the folding mirror out of my backpack and lay it on the ground, and as I'm doing so, I'll just sort of explain. Make sure this doesn't get destroyed or damaged in any way. Last thing I want is to end up inside of a wall and suffocate. If I don't come back in 10 minutes, well, I'll be a ghost. So, good luck to me.
Fuck.
And once I have it set up on the ground, I will activate, where is it? Mirror Gate once again.
Okay.
And once again, I just changed the macro so that it looks a little bit neater. It's all the same text. So yeah, I passed through the mirror into the border ethereal, into that wispy sort of grayscale realm, like a sensory deprivation chamber. You can't hear, feel, see. Well, you can see, but not on to the prime material.
Yeah.
And I'll start moving as fast as I can towards the castle.
Okay. So, are you going below, above? How are you shooting? Because there is, like, the way that it's sitting on a landmass, and you know that with that portal where it entered, there's something under. Are you trying to go above, or are you going up into the castle area?
I'm probably gonna shoot for I'll shoot for castle ground level. Not basement, not like second floor. I'll shoot for ground level.
Okay. So you take off. And are you... I'm assuming you're diving, correct? Yeah. Okay. You're going to dive and take off. You guys watch as he dives, casts the spell, and then just is gone from existence. You are off. You flash through the ethereal plane and you just up and through. And right before you hit the magical border, or where you assumed you knew where it was, you're through the castle.
Hey.
As you are flying around inside of this castle grounds right now, trying to figure out what is what.
Yeah, now that I know the limitations, I'm just sort of looking for any reflective surface that's a candidate.
Roll a perception check. Okay.
And it also says in the text that any potential portal candidates are outlined in bright light.
Yes. So, it takes you the better part of probably like 2 or 3 minutes. Like for a little bit, you start to get worried because you're not finding anything that fits the bill. And after about probably like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you do find 2 things. You find one large mirror, about you would say it's probably about as tall as Morn, and then about as skinny as you shoulder wise. And then you find another one that seems to be a pot, like a brass pot, about 3 or 4 feet high, probably about 3 feet wide, roughly.
Cauldron.
Yeah, like just you're not really sure what it is, but yeah, it's a big brass pot. just show up in Morn's crotch. Yeah. No, the clamp of destiny is not shiny enough, nor big enough.
Yeah, it's not big enough to be a portal.
I mean, actually, Morn's pretty tiny, so yeah, it probably wouldn't count.
That need to be 3 feet in order to work.
Yeah, I mean.
It needs to be at
Yeah.
least 3 feet minimum to be a portal.
Oh yeah, no, we're talking centimeters at this point, dude. But and then you do find, damn it, what am I trying to think of? Almost like a panther looking, like a statue of sorts. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like it's like I don't know, you're not even sure what the hell it is. It's just like this almost like panther lion looking thing.
Hmm.
And that's what you're able to find in about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay. While I'm in the border ethereal, I can faintly see structures on the plane I originated from. Can I get an idea of what these rooms kind of look like? As to what they might be, like kitchens or living rooms or art rooms?
Yes. With an 11, the room that the tall mirror is in seems to be some kind of bedroom. The cauldron seems to be some kind of pantry, maybe. There seems to be a lot of things stacked on the walls, and then things hanging from the ceiling. The room where the statue is in, you're not really sure what that room is. There seems to be books. There seems to be just a lot of like chairs and furniture.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to take my chances with the bedroom. And as I approach it, just sort of readying myself to rush out and tackle anybody if I see them. Just sort of cover their mouth. Make sure they don't make any noise if I see somebody when I suddenly appear.
Yep.
And with that, I'll touch the mirror, linking the 2 gates together.
And you exit the mirror. As you do, 7 guards. No, I'm just kidding.
No, fuck!
Oh fuck! You exit into this room. It seems to be on a quick glance around with a perception check of 11. It looks to be some kind of guest bedroom. Nobody in here at this time.
Alright, I'll quickly jut my eyes towards the door. If I can lock it from the inside, then I'll do so.
Easily enough. Yep.
Alright, and then I'll go back through the portal.
As you pull through, and as you guys are waiting there, it's been about probably 7 or 8 minutes at this point. and he just pops out on the other side, right in front of you guys. Full dive, dragon, all that good stuff.
All right. Found a candidate. Seems to be some sort of guest bedroom. So once you touch this, the mirror right here, you'll be instantly taken there. You'll pop out on the other side. So planar travel is a little bit jarring, so just brace yourselves for impact. And if you're ready, let's go. I shall once again touch and go back to the other side.
Okay, right before you do, she grabs your wrist, pulls you in, and just full-blown big kiss. Be safe. Please, be safe. I'll stay here with the mirror. And does the mirror have to be stationary, the one that's on the other side? Or can it be moved?
Yeah, it can be moved.
Okay.
It just can't be collapsed again.
Yeah. I'm going to take this, and there's a shed over there. I'm going to hide out in the shed.
Alright. Don't worry. I'll come back.
I hope so. Please, don't do anything stupid. And then she looks at the rest of you guys. Don't let him do anything stupid.
Of course not. No.
At least you two look responsible.
If he does anything stupid, he's putting my child's life in danger, potentially.
Eh,
Mama bear instincts are pretty powerful.
I don't think you need to worry about that much. I'm more worried about... I don't even know. Picking fights. But I'm gonna hide. Be quick. At this point, it's probably around 7:38.
Is the moon out yet?
It's just starting to wane up. Like in the distance, you know, like where it's that in between when the sun's going down and the moon's kind of
Mhm.
coming up. You're about right there.
Can I tell
So-
what phase it is?
Son of a bitch, you're gonna make me like look up phases. I don't know. I think it's like a. I would say probably a waning crescent.
Hmm.
Thumbnail.
Gotcha.
But as Jaden
I'll,
turns around and touches the mirror, gone.
Before I go in, I'll just say a quick little prayer, like, though your light is waning, if you have any to give, I could use it.
And as
And
you
I'll-
say this, and right before you touch the mirror, the moon kind of like sweeps the area that you're in. Like the light,
Ooh.
like the light goes from like the sun to kind of like that moon glow, like that nightly like full moon, and then you kind of like 1 second glance, and then you touch, and you're gone. Freya, are you walking through? Oh, her internet just died.
Uh-oh.
Man, we are having issues tonight.
Fuck!
So, she walked through as well. You guys all walk through. And Sheena runs off towards the outhouse shed looking deal and closes the door. Silently behind her. You guys are now standing, the four of you, three of you, are now
Three.
standing in this, like, I don't know, like this small guest room with there's one singular bed in there right now, and a tall mirror that you guys come through. The door is closed, and there's a small fireplace to your right.
Like I said, guest bedroom. Don't know exactly where we are in the castle, as far as horizontally is concerned, but this is ground level. So it's all up to where we want to go from here.
Well, if I had to guess,
And
we wouldn't
Pass
be
Without a Trace
keeping-
is up for an hour, I believe. So I think you
Mhm.
guys still have the effects of that as long as she does not drop that.
Right.
So, since you're in here, re-roll your guys' stealth checks. Because you guys have come through, this will be a whole different set of stealth.
Right.
No,
Oh, baby.
that's a 12. It's above average. At 29, we'll boost up the average. Don't worry.
I think I know what hers is. I think hers is pretty close to yours on, right? Okay. So she got a 22. So, Jaden, you are just so brimmed and filling with excitement.
Oh yeah.
You're kind of having a little bit of a hard time. You're just like, okay, are we ready? The door, ready? Okay. And you're like, you're talking to yourself, but like Ozzy is talking to you at the same time, so you're doing this kind of talking back and forth with him. And at one point, Honra, you do catch him talking to Ozzy out loud.
Hmm.
And you're kind of like, hey, shh.
Sorry.
Okay. You guys
What's
are
the lighting
standing
like in here?
like low, almost dark light. Jaden, at
Perfect.
this point, do you have night vision? I don't think you do.
Only while I'm
Not sure.
possessed.
So you do have it right now.
Yeah, not regularly though.
Yes. I knew there was some catch. I just couldn't remember. I thought it was when you dived, but I wasn't sure. So right now, you guys are all able to see, because it is low light. So without the dive, you would actually be seeing at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't be able to
because
see.
yeah, but because you are right now, you guys can all see, and it is very low light.
Is my sort of dark invisibility thing able to work in here? Because it's
What is it low or dark? Dark.
let me check it again.
Whoop. But you guys are standing while you're doing
It's the
that.
second paragraph. If it's using something other than dark vision or normal vision, it can see me, but
Well, in darkness, so
Oh,
not like
darkness,
dim
yeah.
lighting conditions.
Yeah, this is dim. So you're on that threshold. If it goes any more, yes, you'll be able to basically be invisible. But you guys are standing by the door right now. Are we going?
I think we'll need to find a way down.
Well,
Right.
Didn't Jaden say we were on ground level?
Yes, but if we're looking for someone as part of a collection, they're probably going to be in the basement, some sort of dungeon area, I imagine.
Yes.
But I'm thinking.
We just have to find out how to get down there.
Could always look for the stairs.
Well, let's go then. Off to adventure, as they say.
Hey.
How long does your dive last?
It's like wild shape, so number of hours equal to half my level. So I believe 5.
So you're good. You're good for a while. Okay.
No.
Man's Gucci on that shit.
Right now, I would say at this point, right now, Kaz is probably having his conversation. Has just started the convo.
Hmm.
So Morn's PTFO probably.
So he's
but
being interrogated right now. She's being interrogated right now.
possibly.
We need
So-
some stealth music.
You guys open the door slightly.
And I've got
It is lit. Not low. It's just one threshold above low light. There is like torches every 20, 30 feet, roughly.
So is it dim or is it somewhere in between dim and bright?
Not bright, but it's just one step above dim.
Okay.
It's kind of that, like, there are areas of like dim, and then there's areas where if you were to stand right underneath the torches, it'd be lit.
No. Okay. I'll look
And-
down both sides of the hallway, see
Okay.
get an idea where
Perception check. Okay. Seems to be just a big hallway to your left and to your right. You see a couple doors here and there, but as far as you can see, left and to your right, hallways.
we are. What's on this door? Like, is there like a number plate or like a label or anything?
No.
Are there labels on any of the other doors I can see?
From where you're standing right now, no.
Well, guess we just pick a direction.
I'll take point.
Henri, roll a perception check.
That's exactly the same as my passive.
As you sit there behind Jaden, and you're having a conversation about left or right, and you just get irritated for a moment, and then you take that split second to kind of calm yourself, realizing you're here, let's get shit done. And as you take that deep breath and deep breath out, you open your eyes again and you look to the left and to the right. And as you look to the right, a small beam of moonlight points down and then disappears into the hallway.
Let's go to the right.
Sounds
I'll take
good.
point.
Very well.
I'll go
Something
first.
about the moonlight that direction just gives
Mhm.
you kind of like that back crawl sensation. Okay, so you guys take off towards the right. You guys go from shaded area to shaded area to shaded area. And as you get about 50 feet down the hallway, you hear talking. Low talking, not like right in your face talking,
Mhm.
but you hear some kind of talking. To your left, 10 feet up, coming from a door.
I'll try to get as close to the door as I can. And I'd like to be able to hear them clearly.
Okay, you get up right next to the door. Roll a perception check.
A little bit.
Yeah. What you hear is, "Are you here to kill me?" No. "Are you an elf?" No. And then a couple other questions, and then a silence for a little bit.
Is the door open?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll like look down the hallway any way that we haven't come from.
You can keep going
Yeah.
down the hallway to the front of you.
Well,
or you
yeah,
can
I'm just
turn
like
around and go
looking to
back.
see it. Like, it doesn't look like anybody's coming from any of these other directions at the moment.
As of
Okay.
right now, no.
I'll like look back to the two standing behind me. I'll be like, I'm gonna look in the keyhole. Cover me. Make sure we don't get snuck up on.
Roger.
I'll do so.
And I'll try to peek through a keyhole or under the door or something. If I can.
Roll a perception check at disadvantage. Because you're trying to get a weird angle through a keyhole or underneath the...
Okay, that was 1. That's not very good. Damn.
Oof. You go through the keyhole. It's hard time making... You see like a large individual face down on the table. And then behind that individual, you see like 2 guards, maybe more. But you see 2 guards that are just like at the ready. And then you get down on the floor, and you just see feet.
But I could see like that this was like a dining room because I saw the table.
It looks like a dining room, possibly.
How far away are the people in the room that I could see, like, about from this door? Like, are they right? Are they nearby it, or?
You're not sure.
Not sure. Okay. I will attempt to open it just enough so I can get a decent look at the room inside. I'm not like fully opening it, and I'm gonna open it as slowly and carefully as I possibly can.
Okay. Roll stealth again.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be like sleight of hand?
Or yeah, sleight of hand. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like thinking in my mind like, how would you do that? So yeah, it'd be sleight of hand.
Nice.
Okay. So you watch as Henri looks up towards the door handle, and you're like, oh, for a second, you're like, "Oh," and you just
Gingerly.
just a tiny squeak, and you're like, and you stop for a moment, and just open the door, and just, and you have like enough where there's a slit. And you look through, and what you see is about 5 guards, Morn face down on a table, and Kaz and Gregarian just staring at each other, or Freya and Gregarian staring at each other.
Did he face plant into the mashed potatoes?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought would have happened.
yeah. Just it's probably not mashed potatoes, but there's just food.
Yeah.
You just
I
see
mean, yeah,
Morn.
there's probably not much food left.
Okay,
To be
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on it.
Oh yeah,
I like-
Morn was going at it.
I'll like pop my head back through and be like, I found our friends, but I think we might want to wait a second.
And after like
Something's
2
gone
seconds,
wrong, but it might be okay.
2 seconds go by, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kaz, if you're still here, and Morn. I'm sure I forget how the conversation went after that, but the conversation starts up again between Gregarian and Kaz talking about
Things become a
trade.
little bit less tense.
I think he
Yeah,
like
more
apologizes.
business-like.
A little more less tense, and there's talk of trade and an apology, and like you go from being very tense to just kind of like, what?
Like, what the like, this man is a wizard.
And you just watch as the
Sorcerer.
atmosphere of the room just like goes down, and the guards go from like at the ready to like standing back up against the wall.
Kind of parade rest.
Yeah.
Rather than at attention.
And there is a guard about
weapons
10
raised.
feet 10 feet to your right.
Mm.
So as you look through the slit in the door, and you're like looking at the whole room, as you kind of move to the left and put your face like right up against the wall, you do notice like the front of a suit of armor, about 5-10 feet to your right.
Like a suit of armor, or like a guard in a suit of armor?
It looks like a guard in a suit of armor, but you do see something about
Mhm.
right to your 10 feet, like right next to the door almost.
Right. Okay. Room's well guarded. But, well, Kaz did something and there was tension. Now, it's like they're conducting business.
Perhaps you should take advantage of this opportunity. Maybe let that serve as a distraction while we head down to the dungeon.
Well, it sounds like they're making a trade. If this man's a slaver, that could only mean one thing. Maybe Kaz will gain entrance.
What do we want to do? Wait for him to finish and then silently tail them?
I mean,
If Kaz is getting down there, willingly, it sounds like he's allowing it. There isn't any danger in Kaz going. We could still get found out. Maybe we wait?
wait for what?
To see what they do next. See what the intention of going down there would be.
Right. Just wait and see what they do.
Okay, so you guys just waiting for the time being?
I think so.
I'll keep every now and then as I'm talking, I'll keep an eye down the hallways.
About 5 minutes pass, 6 minutes, and you notice as they kind of do like a small little nod, handshake, and they both stand up and begin to make their way towards the back of the room. Kaz following this individual. And there was and you do hear them talking about Morn being woken up. You hear the talk of trade and looking at wares.
Sounds like she's being led right in where we're trying to go. The direct follow would be easiest way to get down there. But at the same time, this room is still guarded. I don't think all the guards are going to go with them.
Right, we still risk being found if we follow. Or we know Kaz is being led down there openly.
Mm-hmm. But can we be sure that there's another route? Is another question.
I'd be willing to look.
And from where you guys are standing right now, where the hall continues, it looks like it does go around and come to the a left, like a curve, and they're heading towards the back right-hand side of that room.
So, kind of where that hall seemed to line up with.
Maybe.
Let's try that way.
You do hear the clacking of a door on the far away, and you watch as the guards all kind of relax and begin to kind of move around the room. and you watch as two elven females chained and clothed begin to like grab Morn's hair and pull him back from the table, and he's kind of just like, and they just begin
Just
to like
totally out
pour.
of it.
Yeah, they just begin to pour something into the back of his throat.
Mm.
And like 3 or 4 of the guards, you do hear them. They seem to be kind of walking about, and you hear a door, to your left somewhere
Mhm.
at the end in that room open, and you hear noises. And it seems like maybe they're leaving or they're doing something else.
I say we still try to investigate that other path, the other potential path.
Yeah, let's do that.
Go down that
Agreed.
one hallway that hooks to the left. So I'll just leave the door like barely open, like that, like it's closed except for the latch and the knob.
You just kind of like gingerly push it back into place, and then you're just like, okay. And you guys begin to make your way down the hallway again. Stealth checks still stand because you guys haven't broken silence or anything like that. You guys haven't done anything. So you guys continue on down this pathway. As you guys continue on down the pathway, the about 25 to 30 feet ahead of you, the path does lean to the right, or the left. Sorry, towards the left, kind of like a circle, like a half moon.
Half moon. So there is a way down?
You're not sure. It goes around the corner. The hallway does.
Keep edging around the corner.
Okay. As you edge around the corner, the hallway continues, and to your right, there's 2 doors, about 10 feet apart.
Two doors.
Yep. One looks a lot like the door that you guys exited out of when you guys first came in through that guest bedroom. The other one is more of a solid oak with metal plating door.
I'm gonna try to get a look at both of them. Peep through any keyholes.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
For both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So door number 1, which would be, I guess, the more similar door. That was a 10. And then oh my god. And then a 9 for the other one. God damn.
The door to the left is low lit, and you look into it, and it looks to be some kind of pantry, from what you could barely see. The one to your right is pitch black, and you're not able to see anything.
But if I had a better view, but through this keyhole, it doesn't show much.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Do I hear anything going on the other side of the iron door, the reinforced door?
No. And to your left, just to specify, to your left, and about 15 feet back, there were about 15 feet back, there was a door on the opposite side, like where the kitchen dining room came from, possibly.
So the one that I checked first is the pantry.
And then, but like
this
on the
other
other
one.
side of the hallway. So you guys are looking at the
Oh.
right side of the hallway. On the left side of the hallway, there was a door.
Gotcha. I'll check that one out too.
You're gonna look through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see what I get. A 12. Holy shit.
You peep through the keyhole, and you see Morn being fed something. Like you get an angle of the whole table this time.
Hmm.
But this seems farther away. Obviously.
And he's by himself. Well, I
With
mean,
two
with
Helven
Kaz.
females. Yeah. Looks like
Hmm.
the majority of the guards possibly left the room because you don't see a lot of them.
Well, Morn's in there. All he's got with him are the two. The only people in the room are the two elves, yeah?
That's the only thing you can see right now.
Hmm. As far as I can see, he's alone except for the two slaves. Bit of a disgust in my tone of voice there. We try to go for him.
You mean,
Get him up, bring him with us. Yeah,
but aren't there people in there?
the two elves. Enslaved.
Ginge, did we notice if they had collars on? The slaves?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't be.
Does he seem like he's coming around, or what's going on with him?
Just very barely. He still is very out of it.
We can't very well feel safe around the
I guess-
slaves, even though they're elves, because they have devices on, so if they do anything disobedient, they could be punished. Otherwise, I'd say we could take them with us or trust them.
I suppose he seems like he's in good hands for the moment. They're not doing anything bad to him.
Not that you can tell.
From the way that Kaz and the Baron were talking, it seems like they're on good terms. Maybe it's best to let this lie for now. We'll come back for him.
Right.
I'm thinking that we want to go through this door, and I'll point to the reinforced wooden door.
Yep.
But I can't see too well on the other side. I could try to open it, but that might be a bad idea. Fucking right.
When you dive, Ozzy is in you, right? Not just floating around.
Yeah, I can't have him like go through walls and check out shit
Okay.
because he's in me.
Okay. That's what that's what I thought, but I couldn't remember.
I can try to ease it open just like I did the other one.
Yeah, let's try that. If you do it like you did before, no one should be alerted.
Yeah. Alright. Let's try it. And I'll, first, I just want to see if there's anything about the door, like if it might be trapped or have some sort of security measure in place. Can I do that?
Roll perception check.
All right.
As far as you can tell, does not look to be trapped. Does not look to be any kind of anything out of the normal.
Okay. And with that, I will try to ease it open as I did the other door.
Door is locked.
It is locked. Well, that changes things. Of course, not all the doors would be fucking open. Anyone have lockpicks?
Nope.
And or know how to use them?
Unfortunately, I don't. Could always try and break it open.
I have a more quiet method of destructive entry.
You tell.
You want me to try it out?
Well, what is it?
Well, I can melt the lock. What do you think? I'm a dragon. I can spit acid. It'll be a lot quieter than trying to brute force it open.
True. Just gonna leave a mark though. But
Well, so would breaking
if
it
we
and
don't, yeah, I guess if we don't draw attention to ourselves via noise, it at least gives us a longer time before it's noticed. Oh, with any luck. Right then, go ahead.
Alrighty.
Are you trying to imitate me?
No, I just threw an accent on that for no reason. But I will use...
Of course you did.
I will use Black Dragon's acid spit. I'll start.
Reading something. Sorry.
Sure.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Sure. $22.
You've been around Ozzy long enough and had plenty of discussions about black dragons and their acid, and you would know enough that the acid from the black dragon spit, while corrosive and damages human skin, might take a little bit to damage the internal, like the actual lock itself. You would know you'd pretty much have to put your lips on the lock itself and try and blow the spit into the lock to try and break the internal mechanism. Now, that being said, if you bust it or partially corrode it, it could make it where the door wouldn't open, period, even with or without a key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I would say we could do two things. One, we don't. Or two, we could do a little bit of a skill check and see how well you can get your mouth on that lock to basically spit that acid at a direct stream to try and melt the inner mechanism. Two failures, the lock's busted. And even with a key or trying to lock pick the lock, it
The
won't
only
happen.
way to open it will be force.
Correct. So, if we do it that way, I would say probably dexterity, just straight dexterity check, because you're trying to angle it to a point where you can get an angle and to know where exactly you need to spit into that inner lock to try and break that bad boy.
If you're gonna attempt it, I can cast guidance on you, which may help. I mean, this seems like a good option. If push comes to shove, we have to break down the door. I mean, without it, we'd have to do that basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try and lockpick without lockpick items if you have a dagger. DC will be higher, but it can be done.
We don't have a dagger.
Just saying. I believe Freya has a dagger.
I do.
Well, then, would you like to try?
Shove my dagger there?
It might work.
Think we have better luck than with acid spit?
If you aren't able to get it, you can try the acid spit then. And if that doesn't work, well, we were gonna have to use force anyway.
True. Alright. I'll give it a try.
And I'll just give her some guidance.
So you can do it. You don't have to be proficient, so I believe it is dexterity. Any lock picking or trap disarming made with improvised thieves' tools should be made at disadvantage. So,
I don't have thieves' tools though.
well, exactly. This is
Oh,
an
improvised.
improvised
Okay.
thieves' tool. So, you can do this. It'll be a dexterity check at disadvantage. With your guidance.
D4.
Correct.
So dexterity at disadvantage. It's still not rolling in roll 20, so
Yeah,
I'm just gonna read them
tonight's
both.
tonight's not working for us. So just let's go
Sorry, my
old
first
school.
one's
20 what?
My first one's
22?
22, and then disadvantage, so 1 second.
Okay.
8.
Balls.
You
And
stick
then I
the
can roll a
dagger in.
d4 though, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So add
Hey.
4 to it.
Okay.
It was
Plus
8
4.
including your dex or no?
8 was including my dex, yeah, it was 5
Oh.
plus 3.
So you stick it in there, and you start to jimmy the lock around, and for a second, you feel like you have one of the drops, and you start to, the tumblers. Thank you. And you begin to inch it up, and your dagger slips, and you feel the tumbler lock back into place, and something click hard. You feel like you have one more shot before this lock is basically destroyed.
Do you want me to try again? Or do we want to try the acid?
You're more dexterous than me, so you should probably try.
I'll give her guidance again.
Guidance again? Okay. Can we replay the Metal Gear song? I don't know who linked it.
I did.
Alright.
Freya needs her jam. She needs her.
It goes so well, doesn't it?
It helps.
She's just like, okay, come on.
I'm not gonna roll until it's back up. I'm gonna give it a second. Gotta have the Metal Gear Solid.
Maybe that was causing your downfall, though.
I rolled a 22 first. I will remind you.
That's true.
It works. Okay.
There you go.
All right, here we go. First one's a 14. I can add 4 or a D4 to that. So let me roll again.
Yep.
1 second. Come on. Next is a 12.
Okay,
I'm gonna
still have
roll
a D4.
Or D4, sorry. All right, I can add a 2 to either or to both. So 14.
14 was the DC. 14
Let's
was the
go.
DC.
Let's go.
Yep. So, it's not a hard door. It just was locked.
Nope.
You stick the dagger
Maz
in.
is the only one with thieves' tools, I think.
Yeah, he is. Next session, next campaign, you guys will maybe get some characters that mesh together. As you stick that dagger in and you begin to press, you feel the portion where it broke previous, and you start to move it, and for a split second you feel like you're going to break the inner mechanism. And you begin to freak out, and you pull the dagger back just slightly. And as you do, wait a second, and you tilt the dagger up just slightly, and you feel something lock in place. And you pull the dagger out.
Oh, I think I got it.
Did it?
Okay, I'm gonna try to very, very quietly open the door.
The door opens with no problem. And it leads into a dark hallway and stairs that go down.
Dark enough for me to be hidden.
Yeah, it's pitch black.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, so it begins.
Let us go.
You guys watch as Andre takes the lead, and just for a split second, you guys actually lose sight of her.
Yeah.
So for the purpose of this, reroll stealth checks. Pass without a trace is still up. Because it's only been about probably 35-40 minutes.
26, so 36.
Yeah, baby. 23, 36.
Oh. $27.
7. Very nice.
No,
You guys make you...
I rolled a 7. I
Oh,
added 10 to
17.
it. So 17.
Got
it. Rolling like
you guys
shit.
You guys make your way into the hallway. It's a stone floor. And you guys make your way down this descending circular staircase. And as you make your way down, it is pitch black. No sconces, no torches, no nothing. And you make your way... The hallway is probably 4-5 feet wide, 6 feet wide, roughly. Big hallway, but just pitch black, and it just circulars down. Tall ceiling.
But both Freya and I are basically invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're able to just barely make
I would
them
reach out for a
Jaden.
fist bump, but I can't see you.
Yeah. Jaden, you're just barely every like 20 seconds or so like that, you think you're completely alone. And then you catch just a small glimpse of them as they kind of stop and wait for you to catch up and then move again. 3, 4, 5 minutes go by. And you begin to see a light at the end of this staircase. And you hear talking. Then you continue to move forward just slightly, and the talking grows louder. And the light, though it being, it's not pitch black, but it's definitely still dim light. A little bit brighter than dim light. Think like purple, like magical torches. Like it's lit, but it's a very meh lit.
If
And
I use thaumaturgy lets me dim fires. Does it work on these?
You could try, but you can't see them right now.
Oh. Well then, never mind.
Yeah, you're
I'll
still
wait till I
going
can
around.
see
You
them to
just
try.
you just see as you guys come down. You do see the light growing closer, like this light, and you do hear two voices talking, a female and a male's.
Are they familiar voices?
Roll a perception check. One of them sounds a lot like Kaz,
I'll keep going.
or would actually be Freya, because he's speaking like Freya right now.
Right, but I would know that that would be the case.
Correct.
Gosh, it's so weird hearing your voice from two different places.
Yeah, that is really weird.
I would hate to hear the sound of my own voice.
I mean, I can tell it's not me. She doesn't do
Right.
it right.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
No, it's more of like, she's probably nailing it. It's more just Freya being like, I can tell it's not me.
Yeah, because you
Obviously.
hear your own voice.
As you guys come
I don't
around the
know.
corner,
That's pretty close.
you're able to see about 75, 50 feet in front of you two figures in this low lit area with cages all around talking. Kaz done up very, very nicely in this dress. Well, Freya actually, gorgeous, dressed up in a dress, hair done up, small coat with this cocktail dress almost comes up just below the knees. Very nicely done and regal and elegant. Talking to across the way, Gregarian.
Even that's a human. You still got it.
Ooh. Oh, right, Kaz, I see you.
It looks to be some kind of exchange of information, and you hear the talk of pricing at this point.
Can I see any of their cages from where we're at?
With that perception check, yes. You see the two cages to your left and then a cage across the way. You don't see anything that's in the cage across the way, but you see the two cages like directly, or no, it would be to your right actually, because you guys are coming around the bend, so you guys don't see the cages to your left. You see the cage far away, but you don't see what's in it. Two cages to your right. You don't see what's in the farthest most right, but you do see what's in the closest most right cage, and you do see an elf with like this one elf with elongated ears.
But no sign of Markel,
Of who?
my daughter.
Oh, you're not sure. No.
Not yet. Anyway. Is there a way I can get closer to see the contents of the other cages without exposing myself?
Possibly. It's going from darkness to... Yeah, that's what I heard too, Gand. It goes from pitch black on the stairs to right at the end of the... Right at the end of the stairs, it goes to a dim light. and probably about a foot or two up the stairs. It's about dim light at that point. So the moment you cross that, it will you'll no longer be Gloomstalker, basically.
Right. So are we like around a corner from them right now, or are we looking straight ahead at them?
Basically straight at him.
Gotcha. And I can't get close enough to the torches without showing myself.
You can
Right.
see one directly across the path, and then there's lights to your left and to your right as well, but you can't see them. And how close do you have to be to cast that? I think it's pretty far, right?
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
30 feet.
30 feet? You're definitely not close enough for the one across the way. Maybe if you go to the end of the stairs, you can maybe to the left and to your right of you, you might be close enough to them.
Mm-hmm.
But you would be out of the darkness at that point. And at this point, the two individuals are shaking hands, and you see an exchange of money.
I can also snuff out, like, torchlight. But not with thaumaturgy, whatever the hell it's called. Thaumaturgy? I can do thaumaturgy. Prestidigitation lets you snuff out torches, candles, things like that too. So if we're trying to do something of that nature.
Yeah, I want to create a better avenue of approach for us, and that is better done if we're able to not be seen. I'll try to get close. I'm sticking close to the right wall.
The
to
two
get into range.
individuals are walking towards the stairs.
Oh.
They're walking right at you guys.
We just wait for them to come and
What are you guys doing?
jump out and get them.
They're 20 feet away, 30 feet away.
Wait, guards?
No,
Are there
Kaz
any
and
guards?
Gregarian.
Oh,
They're walking
shit.
towards you.
Back
It
out.
looks like whatever deal was struck and price was paid, and they are walking towards the stairs.
Are we like in a hallway, or is there a way for us to maneuver? hidden?
Stairs.
We're on the stairs.
10 feet away.
We're gonna have to back up and find a way to get around them.
Yeah, back up, back up.
Back up, back up, back up,
Mhm.
back up, back up, back up.
Back up, back up.
They are like they're like 5 feet away from you at the end, like coming up the stairs, and you guys are like like back up the stairs.
Hopefully Kaz notices and then can like cause a diversion. If
Uh,
that's the issue.
Kaz, roll a perception check. With
Oh, that's gonna go well.
disadvantage- Yeah, with disadvantage because you do not have dark vision.
Well, even if he did, or she did.
Oh,
Still,
that's
nope.
still better than normal.
Yeah, I know. That's actually scary.
2 that were over 10. Damn.
Yeah, that's on normal for you. That's like God tier.
Yeah,
do not-
an almost exactly average roll is
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good
top
for you.
10% for me.
You do not notice them. You do think you hear something, but you're like, meh. And you just keep walking up the stairs in front of Gregarian.
I'm like, I don't know the sounds of this house.
Yeah.
That could be anything.
Yeah, and it's creepy enough as it is, because once you get to the stairs again, the light kind of drops off, and it's just pitch black.
Yeah, I would imagine we're just backing up until we're in a space that we can hide as they and slip past them, or as they walk
Yeah.
by.
And then, as he says that though, because I do remember doing this when you guys came down the first time. He does relight a torch. Gregarian does. So now you guys have bright light coming up the stairway behind you guys.
I'm gonna snuff it. If he's lighting light, I want to use prestidigitation to snuff the light back
Don't
out.
you have to see that though, right?
What do you mean I don't see it? Isn't it like right in
Yeah.
front of us?
Mm-hmm. About 5 feet, 10 feet away.
Yeah, so if I can see it, then I should be able to... It says I can instantaneously
Mhm.
light or snuff out a candle or a torch or small campfire.
I'm gonna see if he notices.
Well, gotta keep us hidden. That's even worse.
I'll give her guide.
I don't
He
have. I
likes
don't
the
think I have
torch.
to roll
so
anything.
it doesn't matter.
I don't think I have to roll anything for it.
No, he doesn't have to roll anything for it. Okay, so the way I think it is, you guys are running like 5 feet ahead of them right now, and he lights the torch, lights up the whole stairway, and then you quickly try and put it out before that light
Immediately.
reaches you.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
almost make it like he lit it, and something went wrong, and it just went back off.
The damn lighter's acting up
Like,
fucking Zippo.
shit's
Yeah.
wet or something.
So,
Son of a bitch. Gotta wet the
The
wick,
torch-
man. I'm out of fluid.
so the
Light
torch
that wick!
lights. The torch lights, and for a split second, Kaz, you do see Freya 5 feet in front of you, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then all of a sudden, the torch light goes
No,
out.
no. Kaz sees himself or herself
yeah.
in front.
Yeah, you see yourself, and you're like just a split second of, and then Gregarian's like, "Oh, fucking torch."
Is there like any alcove or anything?
No,
up the top
just
of the
straight
stairs?
walls the whole way up.
Fuck.
Well, excuse me. The torch seems to have gone out. I hope you don't mind walking in the dark a little bit. Should only be about another minute or two, and then we can conclude our business at the top of the stairs.
Morn has the cloak, right?
No,
Not on
remember,
him.
everything got taken off. Everything was taken off of him.
Oh, but Freya doesn't have it.
No, I don't have it.
Mm-mm. So, you, for a split second, saw Freya right in front of you.
But as
You saw yourself.
as one of your appearances,
So we're walking up the stairs, right?
Back into the dining room. Yep.
Can I trip on one of the stairs on purpose and like fall?
It's
to,
pitch black,
um,
so
You know, to hold him back for a while so they can sort of retreat.
yeah. Roll a
Yeah, I'll just-
performance check
Oh, Kaz has got this.
with advantage because it is pitch black.
Ooh.
Like, oh shit.
Oh God, my toe.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Did you trip? I'm sorry. Let me just. And he pulls something else out, and it's not a torchlight, but it is a small dim light. Like it's enough that it's lighting where they can see, but not enough where it's like 10 feet radius in all directions.
Like a candle,
Yeah.
like a small candle
Yeah.
or something. Dim ambient lighting.
As Kaz, you're just like laying on the stairs right now.
So I'm fine. Just give me a hand and help me up, and I'll reach my hand up so he can help me get up, and then I'll kind of slowly,
lady, why don't you?
slowly kind of make my way up the stairs, gingerly.
Did you hurt your ankles?
It'll be fine. I just need to walk it off a little bit.
I see. We will take our time when we come up the stairs, and if you need assistance, I can fetch for the clerics.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Please continue. So, you guys slowly make your ways up the stairs, and the rest of you guys are like stealthily but scrambling up the stairs at this point. You guys go through the door that is partially left open at this point because you guys unlocked it. And you guys go through. What are you doing?
So they went past.
No, you guys went through the doorway at the top of the stairs. You guys are in the hallway, the wide open hallway at this point.
Is that like look kind of pantry door open?
To your right.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
is it? Can I try the handle?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You
wait.
do.
Gingerly try the handle.
Okay. The hell is that?
Do I roll for it?
I timed it out. You're good.
Okay.
You want me to roll it sleight of hand?
No. The door is open.
Okay. Is it lit in here?
No.
now?
Dark.
Okay.
Dark and semi-dim light in parts of this pantry. There's a small little like window at the top.
Mhm.
So there's a little bit of moonlight slipping through.
Okay. I'll like open the door and just be like, in here.
Yeah. Shuffle inside.
And I'll just like quickly but very quietly close the door.
Roll sleight of hand. You feel like you shut that door just quiet. And
If there's anything to get behind, I'm jumping behind barrel or whatever crate.
Yeah, hide behind something in here.
okay, yeah, because as you shut the door, Kaz and Gregarian, you guys come to the top of the stairs, and Gregarian stops and looks to his right. Kaz, as you guys come up, and did you see that? One second.
I don't
I'm
think I
just-
saw anything.
1 second. And he like walks towards the door and opens the door and looks in and holds like this little item and just kind of like flashes the room as you guys are all hiding in it. Your stealth checks still hold.
Okay.
I don't think that beat anybody. So I got a 16. I think Freya, you were a 17, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was the lowest.
Yeah. So you just like managed to get behind like a sack of potatoes and throw yourself almost prone, sitting behind it. As you guys watch as this tiny light flashes the room for a split second. Sometimes this castle gets a little too big even for myself, and you hear noises from time to time. So, anyways, let's check on the big man, and we will finalize anything else. Let me just shut the door behind. And he turns around and goes to shut the door and lock it, and just jiggles the lock. Something's wrong. I'll have to have somebody come look at that later. Please, this way. And he like walks in front of Kaz and opens the door to the dining room as a light kind of pours out.
Was he
And he'll
jiggling
lead
the
you.
pantry lock or the other door?
The door
The other door.
that we broke in through.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. I just checked.
Yes. So, they seem to have left. What are you doing now?
Go back down.
Yeah, make our way back down.
Yeah, I'll give
Okay.
it a few minutes.
Yeah, I would wait like a minute or two after it's
Yeah.
gotten far enough away, then
Yeah.
head right back down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Peek out, make sure no patrols are coming first.
You don't see anything.
All right, back down.
Mm-hmm.
Door is locked.
Well, do Do we try to pick this one too?
Might as well.
You only have one shot because the door was already damaged and he relocked it, so it's kind of hanging on.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize we were on the opposite side, like we went back through the door. I thought we were just hiding right on... Okay. Damn. I thought it was like he wasn't able to lock it. He said it was broken.
He said something seemed off when he relocked it. Like, either... like, when you put a key in a lock that's already semi-busted and you turn it, it locks, but you kind of, like, have to jar the key to get it back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Alright.
Well, if you'd like to try again,
Alright.
just remember what you did last time, and I'll cast guidance again.
Cross your fingers for me. Dexterity, right?
Yes.
Okay, 14. And 17.
Add a d4. Hey. 20.
Well, it'd be a disadvantage, so it'd be 17.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Still better than
17.
last time.
Yeah, but once again, you just met the DC because it's a busted lock. I moved it up to 17 this time. So, you're just getting it right on the dime. So, you get the knife in there again, and the lock is just fucked. Like, you're jiggling the knife in there, and you're like, oh, that wasn't there before. Oh, okay, what's that? And you move the knife in farther, and you find the tumbler behind the broken tumbler, and you shove it up like hard, and you feel something click and stay, and you pull the knife back out.
I got it. Becoming a proper thief.
Before we go on, I could use a little bit of a break. Go pee. But I also want to be here for what's coming up.
Oh,
I'll be
you
right-
were
I'll be
talking
right
as Henri for a second. I was gonna be like,
I thought too.
Henri, you gotta hold it. Like, there's nothing we can do right now.
I should have gone to the bathroom before I snuck into the castle.
Honor's going back into the pantry. Let's see them have bread tomorrow, motherfuckers.
Suck it.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
no worries.
Alright. Couple of
Back in a
minute break,
second.
folks.
Yeah, a couple minute break and we'll finish up this last bit. We're gonna go a little bit longer tonight because we had a ton of technical difficulties. Like, fuck.
I might have sorted out one of the problems, but I'm gonna have to test
Oh,
it
yeah?
later to
Okay.
see if it fixed it. I don't know. It was potentially an encoder problem. I
Really?
was trying to boost frames and it was encoding, and I think by disabling that I might have fixed it. I don't know if that was something that I was enabling before and it turned on, or if it wasn't before. I don't know.
Interesting.
You know, I was reading the docs for Streamlabs, like when we first got on,
Uh-huh.
and I saw something about that, and I almost sent it to you, and I was like, she's probably already done this.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I could see is people are talking about, like, Slobs has an issue with, like, encoding.
Yep.
And it, like, just destroying. So I don't know if that was something that I had disabled before and then something caused it to be enabled, or if something changed, but I don't know. So we'll see if I fixed it. I don't know. Still doesn't explain why 30% CPU usage should not cause stream to be dropping frames
True.
either. I don't know. a combination of things going on. Even though that is fucking astronomical, 30%. Eat my Scottish ass!
Jesus.
Munch on this Highland Heine.
Highland Heine.
You back?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's rock and
No,
roll.
I'm sitting down and I have my headphones on and I'm talking right now, but I'm not back.
I don't know what you're doing. For all I know, you got that wireless headset. You could be taking a poop. Anyways,
I'm on camera.
I don't see you.
What?
I don't see you, Freya, or Kaz, or Morn. I'm assuming Morn's sleeping.
What the
Kaz
fuck?
just hanging out. Freya, I don't know what she's doing.
I'm not trying to run my camera with whatever the fuck's going on.
Morton
with my
basically had to
shit.
spend the whole last episode out of commission, and now he's spending the entirety of this episode doing nothing too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you got
buddy.
You get the short end of the stick, unfortunately. You guys make your way back down the hallway. Pitch black. A couple minutes passes. You arrive at the bottom of the stairs.
By snuffing the lights out, shall we?
Probably a good idea.
So you just lowering the lights?
Well, I think I can only dim them, but Freya with prestidigitation should be able to actually, like, put them out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
I can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute.
Yes. So
can't
as you
snuff them,
press
apparently,
hesitation and try to click out each one of the torches, they do not go out. They seem to be magically lit for some reason. Which you find odd because magic really isn't a thing.
And also, they weren't doing that before?
Oh yeah, they were.
Oh, they were.
The old continual flame torches, classic.
But it's just kind of odd that in a society that deems magic unacceptable, these torches are definitely running off of that.
Mm.
But it's still low light. You do see movement in each one of the cages. Each one of the cages, as you guys try to snuff out the lights, they do notice that.
I'm gonna move closer to the cages.
Okay.
Till I
Well, I
can
suppose we can't
make out.
do anything about that.
Okay.
Watch out for
cage?
guards.
Oh, good point. Before I get closer to the cages, do I notice if there's any, like, patrol or anything?
As far as you can tell, there's nothing down here.
Excellent.
Just you guys right now.
Well, yeah, I'll move up with Freya. Try to get a look at the cages.
Are you just gonna look at every single one of them, or a specific one first?
Well, the only one that I could see into before was the one with the elf with the
The high.
much longer ears. Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Well, I'll go over there.
You notice one older-looking male elf with
Mhm.
very long, elongated ears that come to a tip, almost fey-like. And he's just laying on the ground.
So he's not like awake right now?
He looks to be possibly awake, but he just, from what you can see, it's still dark in the cage, and he's just laying on the ground,
Mm,
facing towards you, but you can't see the face.
I see.
Unless you get a little closer.
I'll take a look at the other cages first.
You see a cage with 3 moon elves, 2 older, male, female. Not sure how old. If you had to guess, you would say probably like mid 30s, early 40s, and 1 child-looking elf. Across
But-
the way. Whoop, go ahead.
But not my child.
No. The cage at the far end from you, you see what looks to be a wood elf. You see to your left, you see another one that looks to be just a regular elf. Normal features, what you would classify as a normal type looking elf. It doesn't have any accentuating features that you can tell anything else different apart from.
I was looking for different stealth music to put in, but
Oh,
if you want to leave it, that's totally fine.
But that's
I
what
mean,
you see.
it's perfect. I was just gonna change it up.
You just see a couple sets of different styles of elves before. Elves you've never seen before.
Hmm. Doesn't look like she's in here. If I've checked after checking all the cages, I still don't see Mark Hale.
No.
Let's keep going then. Maybe she's in a separate facility.
As you look straight ahead, there's one door to your right and one to your far left, kind of in a corner. The one to the far left, every 20 or 30 seconds, you see like a flash of light, almost like electricity.
I'm
Which
gonna
you
be
would-
drawn to that one.
Oh yeah.
You would not know what electricity is, but you see
No.
flashes of light.
I've seen lightning.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that.
Hmm.
Well, that reads
the-
experiment to me more than anything.
I was just going to say that. I completely agree. We should probably check that out.
I'll go up and try and gingerly open the door.
It is locked.
I'm gonna crack my knuckles and kind of
it
smug.
It looks to be an intricate styled lock.
Oh. Here comes Ginge to rain on my
If I-
parade.
If I check the door for traps or security measures.
Go ahead and roll perception.
I will help.
Thank you for the help.
I rolled a 10.
Oh wait, so were you not
Yeah.
taking the help action?
Oh, I don't think I've done that before. I usually have just rolled.
Oh, you can help
provide-
action, which gives
yeah.
me advantage.
Oh, well then roll again.
You
I already did.
We'll
Oh,
go with
perfect. Never mind. I don't know what's
So-
going on, guys. I just show up,
Um,
okay? I don't work
yeah,
here.
Fair enough.
that. It's all good.
I don't work
Um,
here, lady.
I officially don't work here. Ginge does.
I don't get paid. I'm just here. It does not seem to be trapped, but it does look to have some kind of alarm on it, possibly. You see where the door handle is, where Jaden gingerly pressed the thumb down to open the door. He almost set it off as you kind of touched
Careful with that.
where you watch as the thumb where you press the door in to push the
Mhm.
lock forward, a small, almost just barely visible wire runs up the side of the door, over and along the ceiling, and as you look back, there seems to be something on the ceiling that the line is attached to that looks like it might make a ton of noise.
Well, I could try to silence that thing on the ceiling. And we could try to cut that wire. Or that
Or just break
thread.
the door down.
Well, I think if we do that, then it's going to set off the alarm.
So could cutting the
It'll be
wire.
silenced though, right?
True.
Well, the whole thing's silenced. Let's just break the whole thing.
Do I see any other threads leading off in different directions, or just the one?
With that check, no, just the one.
I'll silence it and you burn the thing open.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright.
Okay. If you're
I
going
will
to try to
Cast silence centered on that thing that the thread seems to be attached to.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the plan. So it makes no noise.
Yeah.
Sound cannot enter nor leave the space.
Very nice. It is a old school style trap that looks to be some kind of bell or ring type system. And as you cut the wire, you see it just rapidly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
How high up is it?
15 feet?
I can sprout wings, so I'll just fly up and bust it.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Just like a couple, just from Jaden. And the bell, like, it's going back and forth, but it just is like, and then stops.
Yeah, I'll break it until it's immobile.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to try busting the door down? Or lockpicking it like before?
I say we bust it. We've already made the area quiet, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Alright,
just bust
I'll
it.
start. I'll just melt
It's
the latch down.
20-foot radius sphere.
Sweet.
So, yeah, I mean, we got like 40 feet to work with.
So, roll dexterity.
Sure.
Straight dexterity check.
And I'll give him guidance.
Okay.
20.
You start to melt the lock. And it doesn't seem like it's getting anywhere quick. You got one more try.
Let me check something. You centered it on the lock, right? Silence?
No, I put the...
I'm probably in the wire, but it's a 20-foot sphere though.
Yeah, that'll work.
20-foot
That would-
radius, so
That'll
diameter
So-
of 40 feet.
40 feet, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so if I...
that'll cover the door.
I'm just checking whether it covers
So
my
we're in
ability.
silence right now, then.
Yeah, I'm just checking whether it covers my ability or not, which it does. So I'm gonna up the ante and I'm just gonna go for a full-on acid breath. Just try and get this done quickly.
Okay. So roll dexterity check with advantage. Because
Sure.
we'll say at this point you're just like into the hole, just like trying to blow it open.
He's not spitting, he's just like... Blah.
No, he's
Yeah, I'm
like
going
full-blown
full-on-
fire hose. Yeah,
Full-on
fire
dragon
hose.
breath weapon.
Projectile
You guys
vomit.
are watching as like the acid is like out the sides of the mouth by the door handle as well. Plus the guidance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Oof. Roll a d6 Tell me even or odd.
Oops, that was the wrong thing. D6. Even.
The lock does not give way. And you are just going to town, like huffing and puffing through the doorway. And right towards the end of it, you do feel like you might have heard something fall through the other side of the door.
Like a sign of like progress.
Possibly.
I'm gonna try and shoot a bursting arrow at it. That does 2d6 force damage. I don't know if force damage would help jar it.
Try.
And that's just straight out like concussive force, so I guess it can't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't fucking roll attack. How do you roll attack in just D&D Beyond? Hit. Oh, there
We'll
we
just
go.
say
Okay,
this.
it is. I rolled a 22.
Okay.
And then for
So it
damage,
hits.
I did 8, and then what did I say? 2d6.
I don't know.
2d6. Okay, so 8. So I did 13.
Okay.
Force damage to it.
I will say between the spew of nastiness and the arrow, the lock itself is not fallen off, but it is very, very fucked up. The door might open. Nobody's tried yet. You just beat the shit out of it.
I'll try to open the door.
Okay? It partially opens, and the locking mechanism, like the deadbolt, is
Mhm.
like in the door, out of the door. Like it's just barely in there. Like the lock is mostly undone and has been released, and the locking mechanism is all fucked up. But it like partially opens. Like it's the lock is opened, but it's like just hanging on.
Yeah.
And
Good
you
kick.
make a strength
I was
check.
gonna say.
See if you can't just like wiggle and jar it a little bit.
Athletics or strength?
Strength.
Fair enough. Fuck.
It's right on the nozzle. That's all you needed. The lock's pretty fucked up. I mean, if
Hell
you guys
yeah.
if you guys were doing it without the silence bubble, you'd be making a ton of noise right now. Like a ton of noise.
Yeah.
Balance is so useful.
So the door, the deadbolt is partially in the door, and you are just slamming on it, and you finally grab the door, and you put your foot on the wall, and you push the door back so that it's even with the doorway again, like it was supposed to sit, and you get yourself prepped up against the wall, and on 3, you just shut yourself backwards, and the door flies open. And part of the doorway breaks with it too. Like where the
owlbear.
Alright. I'll walk through.
Okay. So you walk through,
I'll also walk through.
and the first things you guys notice
Oh.
is a room, giant and opened. You walk in, and there's tables around the room, and a grate off to the side. Seems to have some kind of dark substance that has either dried, fallen in, or is still wet in some terms. On both sides of the room, in the middle of the room, you see 2 podiums with these stakes sticking out the sides of them, and in the very center, you see a singular podium. And in the center of it, in a floating test tube hooked up to 10, 15, 20 different tubes and wires and tethers and chains, you see an elf with white-gray hair floating aimlessly, with red tubes being drawn out, and as you follow the tubes that run along the side of the wall, you see individual test tubes, beakers, vats of blood, or some kind of red, thicky substance. And to the far back side of the room, you see 3 tables with elven featured humanoids strapped to these tables with multiple rods jammed into their body. And all these rods connect up to these Tesla, or these almost pylons that stand behind them, with wires just running all over the place. And to 2 center pylons with these large blue crystals that shoot down with a ton more electrical cabling to a center podium where a white stone sits. No, sorry, a red stone, like a giant fist-sized red. Dang it, I keep mixing up my thoughts. White stone sits, hooked up to all these wires, almost like a metal band that sits around this white stone, with all these wires hooked up to the bottom of this podium and partially into the stone. And one singular black tube that runs across to this behemoth, metal-looking monster. 4 arms just dangling at its side, sitting, head down, with a large fist-size red gem embedded about navel height.
Is it her in the test tube?
It's her. Or what looks like her. A husk of what your daughter once was. And
Gingy froze.
That's where we lost him.
And that is...
That's where we lost him. He lasted just long enough.
Just long enough to be like, it's her. And he died.
We all gonna have fun with that behemoth.
Well, the stream will come back if he pops back on. Belly full of white dog crap in me. He leave this shit on me.
God.
Wow. Well, we found your daughter and we found the stone. Got a twofer in one room.
Jinx just dropped the mic and ran.
He's like, and that... Mic drop.
And that's where we'll end the evening. I feel it coming.
I think that's what he was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. There he goes.
He really got.
He dead. Holy shit.
He did it.
Yo! Yo, holy shit, he dead!
D dead.
Ah, motherfucker!
This is where Henri will rage.
I would like to rage.
I would like to.
What? But you can't do that. I don't care.
The stream has a fucking present! On planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks!
What is that from?
His stepbrothers, except it's this
Oh.
house instead of this. In this
Right. Oh no.
Mom, it's fucking Shark Week.
What? You're fucking high.
I don't know why the model that Ginge chose for her has like D-cup titties, but she's 10.
And no
Oh.
clothes.
Packing. She packing.
She started developing really early.
Stream is a fucking. I can't get it. Keep laughing at that. This stream is a fucking prison on planet bullshit in the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
Oh man. Oh, the music is perfect.
Yeah, episode 69 turned into a disaster.
Right? A stream couldn't handle 69.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it was,
exactly.
it was too nice for it to
You're
handle.
embarrassing yourself, you geriatric fuck.
Now you
Hey!
sit down and take your liver
Talk
spot
the shit you want to
write me a
me.
check for $10,000.
Hey, you can talk all the shit you want to me, but lay off my Chicago-style deep dish lasagna. I know I'm geriatric. Lay off. Asshole.
He sounds like the
You
type
keep
of
your
guy that
liver
would show up at
spotted.
a...
You keep your liver spotted hands off of my mother. She's a saint.
Your character seems like the type of person that'd show up at a Pizza Hut and be mad that they don't serve deep dish lasagna anymore.
What the hell you mean they don't serve deep dish lasagna?
Sure, it's a
Are
Pizza
you
Hut.
fucking kidding me? Oh, he's back.
It's all no. All my internet's down right now.
Literally, right as you were
Uh-oh.
saying. Literally, right as you were saying. That's where we're gonna end the night.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
And that...
I'm about ready to go outside.
No.
Actually, my internet's down. Like I have no signal at all. Somebody
Just-
might have hit
Damn.
something. Drunk driver or something.
So make sure, cause like I think it stops after 90 seconds. Just make sure next time you turn on your computer, you don't instantly go back into streaming, cause that would be really funny.
No,
Mm.
no. I got it turned off, and I'll log out of the that one, and then I already turned off the the stream.
Damn,
But
everything's going wrong
yeah, I was gonna say
tonight.
tonight was not the night.
Our rolls were good, but our stream was not.
It was because we
Yeah.
put 69 in the title. Session 69.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
couldn't handle it.
But yeah, no, you guys walk into the room and you see all of that before you. So, yeah, things to think about. And then yeah,
I
we'll
would like
say-
to rage.
There's a fire gas. Just keep throwing out the stepbrothers quotes.
What?
I think this is gonna be like my new way to troll this. To troll,
Troll what?
just sneak in stepbrother quotes.
Yeah.
So, Con said, because you stream dropped obviously. So Con said, "I got a belly full of white dog crap in me. Now you lay this shit on me."
Yeah.
And then Kaz said, "This stream is a fucking prison on planet bullshit in the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks."
I'm just surprised I was able to get that out before my internet crashed. Like that was some fucking timing.
Right?
You like
literally just
started to
saying
say, and that's where we're gonna end tonight, or like that's what we assumed was coming after where you cut off,
Yep.
because it was just like
Um,
pause, and then dead.
what a fucking night.
Holy
Jesus,
shit!
started late and then had issues the entire fucking time. Yeah.
It was all technical issues though. The plan went off well so far, pretty good.
You guys made a lot of fucking choices. So each one of those items that I told Jaden, they all led to a different area. And one of them was really, really far away, and one of them was in a place that would have gotten you guys into a lot of trouble.
So we chose the right one.
Mm-hmm.
Good
I
on you, Jaden. You picked well.
I mean,
You
I'm a
chose-
smart guy.
Correctly.
So just to let you know, because it would have been funny, the big like jar was the pantry room that was in the kitchen that was attached to that dining room, and there was only one way in, one way out. So you would have had to get by all the guards.
Oh Jesus!
The other one was on the far end of the of the castle, which was actually where the wizard was located.
Yeah, good thing we didn't run into him.
So you could have had a lot of fun over there. But yeah, you guys walked into that room, and that's kind of what you see. And we'll say at this point, would have been when Kaz and Morn, you guys are being led out right now. You guys are being led out to the bridge and kind of like giving your stuff back at this point. That's kind of where we'll say everything is at this time period.
Yeah, it's good that there was the silence, but now like we also didn't hear them get in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, because now it's 3 of you in a basement, and she's chained in there, like strapped in there, along with a ton of tubes running off of her, suspended in this this fluid of sorts. So, things to think about.
Yeah.
And then next episode, I think I'll call it the Collector. No, what is the chamber? There's a Harry Potter in the Sorcerer's Stone, right? Is that what it's called?
That's the first one.
Mhm.
Or the
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone if
Philosopher,
you're not
yeah.
American.
Yeah. The Collector and the Stone, or something like that. The Red Stone.
Not being American.
So
Imagine
Yeah.
growing up with the Philosopher's Stone instead of the Sorcerer's Stone.
Whatever.
Game changer right there.
So yeah,
For
next
real.
week you guys can figure all that out, and then hopefully by then we'll get everything sussed out so that we're not so like cramped for time. Because I think that's probably one of our shorter sessions we've had in a while.
Yeah. Well, probably good that it was that short, so Morn and Kaz didn't have to wait around for too long.
Yeah. Well, that actually worked out really well because now I can end it at that point instead of like a battle or something else really crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Where like we'd be in the middle of some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're almost certain to get into combat next time. I feel
Possibly.
like. I mean,
Do you think the 3 of you can take it?
I don't think we have a choice if it's going to come to that.
I think so.
that or we can try to make a break for it and get back to the portal. But I'm definitely not leaving without her. So
Yeah, the problem is that the door's busted. It's not like tomorrow night when we go to pick up the other 3 that we can just kind of force our way in. Like they're gonna see it before then if you leave.
yeah, but they won't necessarily know that that's